Hey Johnny, if you're still on, yeah, this one's a two manifold, two zone system, four loops here, five loops there. This one's actually a system without a boiler. The customer already installed a boiler themselves, and basically what I'm doing is trying to build to their what they already have installed. So it's a little tricky. Not tricky, but just more so I have to take their dimensions they gave me, of how high their boiler is off the wall, and sort of make my connections for him in the right areas. So, and taking into account also the loops coming up from the floor and the distance they need to be above the floor in relation to where the boiler will tie in and everything. So, right now I'm actually just working on mounting the expansion tank bracket. I'm using these brackets on some systems. I don't use them on all. They're not always necessary. This one, it just works out good. So yeah, you can see that's really snug. Those are really heavy duty brackets. They make a bunch of different kinds. One of them they make just bolts to the plywood, screws on, and then it's like basically just a giant hose clamp around the tank. It works completely fine. I try to go the extra step on some of these systems and get a nice heavy duty bracket. Looks a lot cleaner, obviously, and it'll just hold up, especially when you're moving these things. Because I mean, getting them into a truck, up onto a wall. That's why I always put way more ceiling plates and pipe clamps than may be needed. I mean, you can't ever put too many on it, but I like doing more than necessary just for that reason. It actually, I mean, when you pro press these fittings, or even if you sweat fittings together, that thing is solid. So the more of those you put on, the more rigid the whole thing is. And obviously that's just building something really strong that it's just going to last. I mean, overkill it. Some things aren't necessary to overkill, but can't go wrong putting extra pipe clamps on. So at this point, all I got to do is just tie in the connection to here. I think is just enough room. Literally, I have to just slide the tank down a little bit. But other than that, that is it. So I'm going to wrap up for tonight. I got to move on to this project, which is we got a in-ground pool going in here tomorrow, and they're excavating, dropping in the pool. I'm doing all the plumbing, all the electrical for it. So I got to get this thing up and running because my kids are going to want to jump in the pool. They literally put the pool in one day. So as soon as that thing's full of water, they're going to want to jump in at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. So I got to get this ready, and I will be making videos probably about that. So stay tuned.